Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, it's Thursday, and you know what that means. It's time for the TNA Event Center report. And now here's the man to give you all the total nonstop action and impactful report, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode number 2,263 of the show. It is May 22nd, 2025, 11 p.m. Sorry to do a little bit late. Rant and Rave King went on for 3 hours tonight because we had 3 different events to bring our picks and predictions in. I already made one of those picks and predictions in for NXT Battleground. We're going to talk about Saturday night's main event. In fact, that will be tomorrow for after SmackDown. So check that out if you can. But not now because I haven't uploaded the video yet. We're going to talk about TNA, the final TNA before Under Siege. Now, I'm not making predictions for the event tomorrow because of the fact because there was a lot to take in as far as events are concerned. So let's make the rundown though of what happened on TNA. And Ace Austin went one-on-one with the Order 4's Mustafa Ali, and Ace Austin, I think, tweaked the knee coming down the move. Hopefully he's okay. But Ali did end up winning that matchup. The system addresses Joe Hendry and Elijah. As you know, Joe Hendry will be... this is also the final TNA Impact before Battleground. As you know, this Sunday, Trick Williams will be challenging Joe Hendry for the TNA World title. And for the first time ever, a TNA title on the line at the WWE PLE. The system addressing Joe Hendry and Elijah as Moose and Brian Myers, even though they said they liked what Robert Stone's doing and all that, said we're not hired guns. Maybe the system could screw up Robert Stone for once in his life. So, Rosemary addresses Zaya Brookside, says had you used Brass Knucks, you would have won the match and all that. But she decided to make Zaya Brookside pay by laying out Lei Ying Lee. Well, the Aztec Warriors, that's Laredo Kid and I believe Octagon, I believe that's his, an Octagon, went up against the Northern Armory. That'll be Judas Icarus Williams and Tracy Williams and Travis Williams and Judas Icarus. Got those names right. Accompanied by Eric Young, and the Aztec Warriors won the matchup. Meanwhile, Zaya Brookside checks up on Lei Ying Lee and responds to Rosemary. Looks like she accepted a challenge to face Rosemary one-on-one. Meanwhile, Eddie Edwards trying to prepare for his match against Cody Deaner, going up against Jake Painter. Eddie Edwards and Alicia Edwards were taunting Cody Deaner, who joined Tom Hennepin and Matthew Raywalt on commentary. And as you know, this might be Cody Deaner's final match in TNA. If Cody Deaner wins, his contract is extended. But knowing what the heck is going, on, Cody Deaner could end up in trouble. And Eddie Edwards was too busy, and Eddie and Alicia Edwards were too busy taunting Cody Deaner. So we'll just see what happens in that situation alone. So that will be tomorrow night on Under Siege. Then you got Steph DeLander and Mance Warner cutting a promo, and Steph DeLander being proud of Mance Warner. Now, O'Shea Jackson Jr. is on commentary. Now, I put this matchup as a tag team matchup, but it was Sami Callihan going one-on-one with KC Navarro of First Class. KC Navarro did pick up the victory after AJ Francis kind of got involved in the matchup. Then we have the huge debate. That goofball, Robert Stone. He was a goofball when he first came to TNA as Robbie E. He's got the hair like Paulie D from the Jersey Shore, and from Jersey Shore, And you remember Cookie? What happened to her? She was pretty cute. I like remember Cookie. She was pretty cute, and I remember she had to feud with JWoww, and she calls her Fun Bags Baby. She goes like this. It was a feud, and what is it? Yeah, it was that Robbie E had freaking Robbie T, Rob Terry. The heck, and he teams up with Jesse G as the bromance, dummy, yeah. I'm glad Eli Drake, aka LA Knight, owned those two clowns. Anyways, no, Jesse Gardner follows me on X. What I'm talking about. Jesse Gardner is cool. He's fighting the revolution. Then you got Robbie E. Now he transformed himself to Robert Stone, and you know what? Like I said, Robert Stone's a big crybaby. He is jealous that they picked Stevie Turner to run Evolve over him. So he decided to overstep everybody's boundaries in TNA and said, "Oh, you're under investigation, Santino." And he claims he's going to make everybody a lot of money. And Santino goes, "You don't have his heart. I listen to the people." And Santino Marella says he wants to give the people what they want. And that's what people come to see TNA for. But then Tessa Blanchard ruined the debate, decided to attack Ariana Grace. And then and Robert Stone knocks out Santino, grabs his little badge, and grabs his little badge. I got the badge, I got the badge. And then Masa Slamovich came in and attacked Victoria Crawford. And then about had enough and then Ariana Grace fought back and helped Masa Slamovich put Tessa Blanchard to a table. Thank God for that. Tessa Blanchard, man, she's such a soiled bag. She should have joined up with Charlotte Flair. I know the WWE probably does not want her. Oh, for controversy and all that. I said, pair her up with Charlotte Flair. You talk about the most annoying tag team ever, and put Nia Jax with them. She call them Team Hoover. They suck. Like a vacuum cleaner. So there's that. Then, but Matt Cardona did address Steve Macklin. He says yes, he's not medically cleared for Matt Cardona thinks that he should have the title automatically, because next Thursday you get your shot at the title, and Cardona doesn't seem very happy about it. Spitfire, the team of Jody Threat and Danny Luna took on the team of Vipers and Maserati. Spitfire won the matchup, but then they did dress the Elegance brand before the matchup. And listen, we have to do this do or die. That means if they don't win the Knockouts titles, they're thinking about splitting up themselves. So we'll see what happens there. Meanwhile, the Elegance brand, that's Heather and Ash by Elegance, tried to attack them, and then they got Spitfire sidestepped them and then grabbed their titles and took a look at them. Maybe send a message. Meanwhile, Matt Hardy was talking to Leon Slater, said we have contracted styles, we can do this. And basically Matt Hardy believes in Leon Slater, and Leon Slater is really excited about being tag team champions with Matt Hardy. And Matt Hardy told him, he mentioned MVP, he mentioned Bray Wyatt, God rest his soul. So there's that. Well, Trick Williams was on commentary. The main event, Joe Hendry and Elijah took on the Systems team of Brian Myers and Moose. And Hendry and Elijah ended up winning the match, but then Frankie Kazarian did attack Hendry after the matchup, and Kazarian's trying to get Trick Williams. Williams got a few shots in until Elijah came up, nailed Frankie Kazarian with the guitar, and then chasing away Trick Williams and Frankie Kazarian as they prepared themselves for Under Siege tomorrow night on pay-per-view TNA. I want to try to watch it, even though I believe Joe Majority will be on this channel unless he decides to change his mind about it. It's because Joe Majority tomorrow, because we got Saturday's main event this coming Saturday. Well, that's it for episode 2263 of the show. Next up will be AEW Collision, because they had Collision because of the because we get the NBA playoffs. On the east side is the New York Knicks and Indiana Pacers. Indiana's leading by 1. By the way, rest in peace, Jim Irsay, owner of the Colts, of Indiana. And then on the west side, you got on the Western Conference Finals, you got Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, which only 2 teams in the Final Four. Oklahoma City Thunder won a championship when they were known as the Seattle Supersonics. Now they're trying to win one for the first time under the Oklahoma City Thunder and bring a franchise to that city. Meanwhile, the Pacers and the Timberwolves yet to win an NBA title. The Knicks won 2 back in the 70s. We shall see what happens. And then you got the hockey finals, Eastern Conference Hockey Final 4. You got the Dallas Stars versus the Edmonton Oilers on the Western Conference Finals. Meanwhile, the Florida Panthers meet the Carolina Hurricanes in the Eastern Conference Finals. Whoever wins those 2 will square off in the Stanley Cup. Will Florida repeat? Who knows for sure. Well, and that is it. And like I said, next is AEW Collision. So I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful night. Sleep tight. And, we survived this storm because this storm, I thought the power was going to go out and stuff, and thankfully it didn't. So I'll see you guys later. And have a wonderful night. And until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and Do It for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.